Hey there, I'm Han.
And I'm Kat, and we're Brews and Reviews. Today we're going to be doing The Sims book tag, because we love The Sims.
We do, I love
It's one of those games that you played as a child and then
completely takes over your life.
Yeah, and it's stuck with us into adulthood.
Yes.
But yeah, the original tag was created by Haley and Bookland, and we're going to just get straight on with it.
Question 1 is the original Sims, the best author debut.
Well, let's not go into too much detail here. Of course we were going to say this, we say this on every video.
Yeah.
Mine is Legend by David Gemmell.
Mine is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare.
And moving on.
Question 2, the Grim Reaper, the saddest character death. Spoiler alert, by the way, because mine, well, both of them.
Well, death. Death, you don't want to know about death if you've not read these books.
So spoiler alert.
Yeah. So mine is Rue from the Hunger Games, because, God, did I cry so much?
Yeah, it was emotional, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I'm just going to put this down because I don't know yours.
Yeah.
And
so,
that will ruin life
Kat
for me.
Kat is going to plug her ears. Mine is...
No, I can still hear you.
No!
Wait. If I just hum lightly, I might not
Right,
be able
well,
to.
right,
Okay.
leave the room.
All right.
Okay, mine is Jem from Clockwork Princess. It, like, I know technically, if you've read the stories, you know he doesn't particularly die, but at that time you generally think he does, and it shattered my heart. It was so emotional, and I generally had to put the book down because I couldn't carry on reading for a little bit because it was so emotional. So, okay. You can come back in now.
I was just doing a very silly dance.
I saw. It's a shame everyone else doesn't see.
Nobody needs it. Right.
Question 3. Sims getting stuck. A character that just got in the way.
Okay, so we talked about this before, and we came to an agreement on this. Mrs. Robinson from 50 Shades.
Like, we both cannot stand her. Like...
Okay. Just why was she even in the book?
Exactly.
And like, why did she reappear in the third book? Like, come on, I was like really quite happy when she like went away in the second one. And I was like, finally, that is done and over with. But no, she came back.
Yeah.
Get out, you're just in the way, just useless, taking up pages.
Exactly. She generally like, after the first, really,
It's just like,
she doesn't need to be there.
she didn't ever need to be there. Useless,
Exactly.
waste of space on my page.
Question 4, Simlish. A book with amazing writing.
I think for me, I'm going to say Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, because his world building and just everything about his writing made me fall in love with that book, and it was just so great. So, if you're after great writing, I'd go to Brandon Sanderson.
Mine is Wicked Lovely Series by Melissa Marr. I just really enjoyed the whole world she created, you know, with the different courts. I got really sucked into it, and for me that was like, it was the first one of that type of fantasy that I'd read.
Like urban fantasy type things, yeah.
And I was a bit unsure of it at first, but it really, you know, it got its teeth sunk into me, and after, you know, the first, I really just enjoyed reading it. All of the characters, the plot, everything, it was just fantastic. Yeah. Question 4, expansion packs. A book series where the books just keep getting better and better.
Lord of the Rings. Most definitely Lord of the Rings. I enjoyed The Fellowship of the Ring. I absolutely love Two Towers, and Return of the King is just my favourite. Like, it's the same with the movies, the same pattern follows. I love the whole series, the whole trilogy. But my goodness, do they get so much better.
I need to read them, I feel. I've tried reading The Hobbit like 10,000 times, and I've got stuck at the same part, and I just hate it.
See, the first time I read Lord of the Rings, it was an audiobook, and I got so sucked in. It actually had Ian Holm, who plays Bilbo, as Frodo.
Oh.
So that was a bit weird, but if you can get over that, like, they were such a good cast that played those characters, and I got so sucked into it, and I bloody loved it.
Mine is The Iron Fae. I really enjoyed it, and the first one was very slow. I think it was more of an introductory book to the world, the characters, you know, and like the different courts. But as it went on, it did get better and better. You know, you get sucked into the world, and I just think the plot gets better, and all the characters, you know, grow in depth, and you grow very attached to them.
Yeah.
Question 6, Sims romance. The worst case of insta-love. You can't stand insta-love.
Yeah. We could probably film a whole video on insta-love because I hate it so much. But recently a case of insta-love that I really didn't like was in Scarlet by Marissa Mayer. Don't get me wrong, I've only read the first 2 Lunar Chronicles books, but I really liked them so far. I just did not like this insta-love. It was too much for me. Did me right in.
And I think we both agreed as well, Twilight, you know. Edward and Bella. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Cringy.
No.
Cringy. Question 7, Cheats. A book that was entirely unrealistic. We both agreed, didn't we?
Yeah.
On Raging Star by Moira Young.
Yeah, that is the 3rd book in the Blood Road Dustlands series.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called because the first book was great,
Yeah,
the second book was
brilliant,
and the 3rd book was like, ugh, why? It just, characters did things that characters would never do.
Yeah.
Like, somehow somebody became some sort of mystical, psychic person, and I just, what?
It was like, where did that come from? It did nothing for the book.
No.
It wasn't needed.
No.
And it was like, why? When they could have done different things to make it so brilliant, yet it chose that route, and it was like...
It's like, these characters would not make these decisions, this would not happen.
Yeah.
But it did, so really unrealistic, because it just felt like she was just making them do things that she wanted them to do, even if that's not what they would actually be doing.
Exactly. Question 8, needs fulfillment. A character who made all the wrong decisions.
Okay, so I read, like, a couple of months back a book called You're Mine Now by Hans Koppel, and I don't know if this book wasn't that great because it suffered in the translation, I think, but oh my god, the main character in this book just, she does things that are like, she's like, oh, I'm so happily married, I've got a kid, and, you know, a happy life and all that, and she goes on a business trip with her, like, horny friends, and then meets this guy, and she's like, oh yeah, I'll bang him right now. So they, you know, hop off to bed, they have an affair, and then she's like, oh no, I can't do this anymore, I can't, it's wrong. And then she sees him again, and then, like, he's taking pictures of her while she's in the shower, and she's like, no, why are you doing that? That's so bad. And then she'll just sleep with him again, and then all these different things happen, and she just keeps making the wrong decisions. She's like, I'll leave my daughter home alone, yeah, I'll be fine, no one's going to abduct her or anything. Anyway, rant over. Don't read that book, because it's rubbish.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's all we need to say on that matter.
Sorry, I got a bit carried away there.
Question 9, Error Code 12. A series that started off great, but just went downhill from there.
I mean, we've kind of got quite a list for that.
Yeah.
Because the ends of trilogies or series just tend to be a bit sad.
Yeah.
Just disappoint you.
Yeah.
So we're just going to read off this list that we made, and yeah.
So first one, Divergent.
We don't need to say anything about that. Dustlands, as we've already discussed.
Yeah. Maze Runner.
Yeah.
Because I loved the first one.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and then it was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Beautiful Creatures.
Yeah. And Poison Study, it had so much potential.
Yeah, see, I haven't read those yet, but like, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to now that you were like, it started off really good and then it went...
Because I read Poison Study and Iron Fey at similar times, and at first I preferred the first of Poison Study to Iron Fey, yet now I love the Iron Fey series and I didn't like Poison Study. It's just had a huge flip after the first book.
Sad.
I know. Question 10, The Sims Vortex. A book or series that completely engrossed you.
I'm going to say Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. I really just so got sucked into that world. Like, I never watched Blade Runner or anything before that, but I read this as part of a class at uni, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I often found like a lot of the uni books that I read I didn't particularly like, but that one just grabbed me and held me there, and I still think about it now, even though it's been like 3 years since I read it. So that is a good book.
The one that I chose was An Emperor in the Ashes by Saba Tahir, and at first when I got it, like I got it in like a bit of a haul for Christmas, that was one that least perked my interest, so I left it to last. But it was like the one that I really enjoyed the most. It was just a complete page turner, absolutely fantastic. I generally am so excited to read the next, like I can't wait. I feel like it's just, it has potential to just keep getting better and better. I really hope it doesn't let me down on that front.
Yeah. So that concludes the Sims book tag. If you want to do it, tag yourselves. We're not going to tag you on this one because you have to be interested in the Sims.
Yeah.
If you like this video, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, you know, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.